Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Audible properly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Yes. Hmm. How are you all? Today we are doing average due date. Okay. Yeah. When I told you, number of bills will be drawn. It will have different time period, and due date will be depending on the period of the bill. If all should be paid on one single day, or it should be paid before maturity, how the interest will be calculated and all, and what will be the average due date. That is due date, average is done. You will find out that today. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Read it. Average due date, what it is, why to average it, how to calculate it. All this we will understand. Okay. In this lesson, in this unit, take a photo and read it. Take a photo and read also. Hmm? Okay. Yes. See, for the calculation of interest and drawings of the partners in case of partnership accounts, we will use this calculation of the interest, average due date concept and all. Where amount is lent, that is in installment, higher purchase and installment. Yeah, so there also we will do it. Yes, no problem. Then where the amount is lent in one installment and recoverable in different number of installments back. It's called due dates will be different. Dispersal date will be one unique date. For example, 5 lakhs rupees released today may be repayable in 10 installments. Then how the interest will be calculated and all. Such things you will understand in this unit. Okay, take the photo. Take the photo. Yes. See, due date calculation. Bill or invoice payable on a specific date means date is there, decided date is there. That date will be the due date. Okay. And stated number of months or days after date, that is period will be there. Say example 3 months after the date or 60 days after the date, like that. In that case, the calculation will be done about the date. Say 3 months means after 3 months, plus 3 days will be added as grace days. 3 days will be wherever there is period, time fixed, not date fixed, time. huh? Time instrument, time bill, say 3 months, 30 days, like that. Then plus 3 days of grace will be given for payment. That also will be taken into consideration while calculating due date. If it is a demand or specific date is there, these grace days will not come. Take the photo. Yes. Now, see, on day-to-day basis in business enterprises, big businesses, there will be number of sales, purchases. Hence, there will be number of credit transactions. Then bills will be drawn. We have seen that credit transactions the bills drawing only in case of credit transactions. Time is given for the payment. Okay, time is given for the payment. Then this due date, then average due date concepts arise. Huh? Party may make in single installment, that is single settlement, or maybe paying installment. Then this question arises as to due date, interest calculation and all. Take a photo. Oh, Sri Hari is there today. Huh? Good. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Enough. Shall I move?
So what is that, sir? The unique feature of this approach?
Ha. Party making payment neither sures, one second, any loss or gains anything by this arrangement of making a single payment. Yes. Here it is, ensures it is. En is missing here. Here En is missing. Huh? What happens is, see, party making payment. Huh? Uh, one second. This is not En. It is incurs. Incurrs. This is wrong typing. Any loss or gains, anything by this arrangement of making a single payment. See, different bills are drawn. Okay, due dates are different. Then an average is taken on the weighted average basis and a payment is made. By following this method, the party who makes the payment neither gains nor losses, because there may be a bill which is due today, may be due date may be after 2 days, another may be after 5 days, another may be after 10 days, like that, and all. No? All will be averaged. By that method of averaging, the party will not lose anything nor gains anything. It's as if he has made in the regular course of business on different dates what he has to pay, the same way he will pay, same amount will be going out from him. That is the meaning. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I move now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. See, when it is used, already I told you, calculating interest on drawings of the partners in partnership firm, or any settlement is to be done, payment between principal and agent. Contra accounts means where A sells to B and B also sells to A. Means both are purchasers, both are sellers also. If both the parties have some goods to sell, also buy from the other, then that settling contra accounts will arise. Then lump sum payment is to be made against various bills. This is different, DIFFERENT, with different due dates. This spelling wrong. DIFFERENT. This also. Okay. Hence, we will learn all these under these circumstances how the average due date is calculated. We will understand that. Okay. Take the photo, read it. Yes, over. Mm. Okay. See now how the average due date is calculated and how it is useful for calculating the interest. Okay, it is mean. Average mean, right? If you have three numbers, for example, 3, 2, 1, how to find the average is you will add all those 3 plus 2 plus 1. As three numbers are there, you will divide by 3. Then you will get the average. That is simple average. Okay. Here weighted average means you will make the products of that number of days and amount, and total amount you will divide. That is average due date. And you will add that to the add or deduct means if it comes minus, then less means minus, more means plus you will do. For the base date, how you will understand all these, how to calculate and all. Okay, what is base date and all. While doing that calculations, you will understand. Just take the photo and read it. Here, the technique of average due date is also useful for calculating interest on drawings made by the proprietors or partners of a business. Huh? This RM, just neglect it at several points of time. This is a wrong printing. No, wrong typing. This. Actually, it is from FROM at several points of time. That word is not required. You can have only partners of a business at several points of time. Yeah. Take the photo and read also once. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, yeah. Say base date or zero date, it is known as zero date also. How it will be selected? Due date of the rest. This is REST. Some typing mistakes are there. Rest of the transaction or the due date of the last transaction or any other due date between the rest and the last. This is not rest. First it is FIRST. This is FIRST. First transaction or the due date of the last transaction or any other due date between first and the last, but preferably earlier due date may be taken. Again, how it is, we will see when we do the illustrations. Ascertaining the number of intervening days means in between. See, if you have taken something in between, there may be plus or minus, previous or next. Or if you have taken the beginning itself, then will be only plus will be there, number of days. If you have taken somewhere last, then say last due date you have taken, then only minus will be there. Between the base date and the due date of each transaction, ignore the first date and include the last day. When, see, ignore the first date and include the last day. When ascertaining the number of intervening days, means from which is the base date you have chosen here, from there, earlier to that which is due, ignore that and take last day as the base for calculation from the base date. And due date is a fraction, round it off. Always rounding off means 50 or half and above is rounded off to next number. That is a rounding off principle. Then amount, for example, what is the meaning of that? Due date is fraction. Fraction means fraction of a day, or if you get that answer in fraction, then if it is less than half, make it previous day. If it is half and above, that fraction value, 1 by 2 and more, make it next day. If the amount is paid before due date, rebate is given. It's everywhere before the maturity. If payment is to be made, rebate will be given. Amount is paid after the due date, interest will be calculated. After the due date means interest will be calculated. That is how we will do it in question solving. You will see that. Take the photo. Srihari. Rebate means it is discount. You know general meaning of discount. Something collecting less. That is rebate. In the trade terms, business terms, rebate, discount. Similar terms. Rebate means getting less. Suppose 10,000 rupees goods, rebate of 1% means he will collect only 10,000, 1% is how much? 100 rupees. He will collect only 9,999 rupees. Clear, Srihari? Unmute and tell Srihari. Okay, he has told yes, sir. Okay, yeah, I am moving now. Yes, when there is a sale of goods by two persons to each other, I told you, A selling to B some goods and also B selling some goods to A, that is mutual. The formula for calculating average due date is base date plus or minus difference in products divided by difference in amounts. Application of this formula we will learn while doing the illustration. Hence, when there is a mutual transaction, say A selling to B, B selling to A. Other way you can put A purchases something from B, B purchases something from A. Hence, that calculation method with the formula is base days plus or minus difference in products divided by difference in amounts. Yeah, take a photo. Next. The due date of a bill of exchange invoice is date when the amount of a bill invoice is payable by the drawee creditor to drawer debtor. This we have studied earlier classes also. Calculation of due date after taking into consideration days of grace. I told you, whenever there is time given for payment, that is time bill or invoice, 3 days will be added as grace days. For demand bills or at site bill or on presentment, the immediate, whenever it is presented, such bills will not be eligible for days of grace. Okay, yeah, take a photo. This already we have discussed earlier also. Yes, next. Okay. Yeah. Now calculating due date of bill or note. Note means promissory note. Payable few months after date or site. Months. See, whenever it is mentioned in months period, that many number will be added. Say 3 months means 3 months. For example, January 18, 3 months will be February 18, March 18, April 18. April 18 plus 3 days. April 21 will be the due date. Here days will not be calculated as it is mentioned that 3 months. That is how calculation will be done. When the bill specifies months, period in months. Yes, take. Enough. Move. To recall again, if the bill specifies the time in months, just add that many number of months, that number add to the date of the bill and add 3 days grace. That will be the due date. Yeah. Next, if due date is a maturity, the due date that is when holiday. Say if the bill due date falls on 26th of January, government holiday, then previous day, that is 25th of January will be the due date. If the bill, say June 15th drawn bill, yeah, don't take June 15th, June 12th drawn bill, 3 months bill, June 12th, July, oh, take it as May, okay, May 12th. Then from May 12th, June 12th, July 12th, August 12th, 3 days grace means August 15th. August 15th is a public holiday. Hence, August 14th itself will be the due date of the bill. Okay? August 15th holiday. Hence, the bill which falls due on 15th August, the maturity of the bill, that is due date of the bill, will be considered as previous day, that is 14th August itself. That is here like that. And suppose, say strike, easily understandable. If the due date of the bill falls on a working day, but suddenly it cannot be paid because of, say, one example is strike. Huh? Or natural calamities, then the due date of the bill will be succeeding the day, meaning next day. For example, January 21st, date of the bill, again 3 months bill, February 21st, March 21st, April 21st. Add 3 days grace, April 24th. Suppose April 24th, huh? Like our farmers had given a call, no? Band call, that Rasta Roko or something. If suppose certain developments takes place, such things, then unforeseen means which was not expected. Next day, the due date will be. In our example, what was the date? 24th April, right? Now, 25th April will be the due date of that bill. I believe it is clear now. Unforeseen, as per the Negotiable Instrument Act. It is. You know what is Negotiable Instrument Act? Related to check, bills of exchange, promissory note. Huh? Negotiable Instruments Act, Indian Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881. Yes. Take the photo, read it, then we shall move. Okay. Hence, further, see, this is summary of what you have discussed now, what you have learned now, what I have taught you. Maturity day is holiday after including days of grace. Public holiday, Sunday including, next day will be, previous day will be the due date. Preceding business day. If there are two holidays, it happens, suppose August 15 is on Saturday. Okay, next day is Sunday. Hence, previous to August 15, that is Friday itself, will be the due date. Okay. Say, the bill was due on Monday. Certainly, bank strike on Monday. Then, next day, that is Tuesday, will be the due date. That's what here, summary of what we have studied. Take the photo, we'll move. Yes. Now, problems, how, what types will be there. Calculation of average due date when one party is involved, where inter-transactions between two parties are involved, as I told you, A to B and B to B A also. Then amount is repaid in installments, then calculation of average due date. Another is determining interest on drawings, average due date, how it is taken into consideration. All these different sums we will do. Okay. Yeah, take the photo, then we will see the illustrations, how the sums are to be solved. Why today all are silent? Komal. Satvik. All are tired since morning. Okay, I'll move. Yes. Now, see what it is. Calculation of average due date where one party is involved. Calculation of average due date under this type of problem. It is done like this. Take the earliest due date as starting day or base date. Earliest. If due date is March 25th, one bill, another March 16th, then March 16th will take priority. That will be the base date. Zero day means base date. This is all expressing in another way. Starting day, base date, 0 day, all meanings are same. Any date whatsoever may also be taken as 0 day. Any date whatsoever means If there are 5 bills, need not be the earliest due date should be base day, because that we have seen in the formula, no, minus plus you are adding. Hence you can take any day, any due date day. Then number of days from base date up to each due date. Maybe if all the bills are in months, you can make in months also. Then multiply the number of days by corresponding amounts, means amount of the bill, each number of days you have counted here. Then add up the amount and products. Bill amount means total of all the bills. Products means what you have done here in C. That product, all products will be added. I'll come back, wait. Next, divide the total product by total amount and approximately to whole number. That's what I told you. If it is 3.5, make it 4. If it is 3.4, make it 3. Like that. Then for the base date, what base date you have taken, if you get plus total of products, total of amounts, add it. If you get this answer as minus it from base date. That will be the average due date. Month, say February 28 or 29, March 31st days, 31 days, April 30 days, like that. Based, depending on the month, you take this number of days for counting. That is the note, what it says is. Okay, take the photo. More clear it will be when you,
Sir,
come on.
Sir, can you show previous slide, sir?
I'll show. Yeah, sure. I should have gone previous only. Yeah. Yeah. Take this now.
Yes, sir. Finish, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Take this also. Okay. Okay. This formula, this will be more clear when we do sums. Shall I move? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. See, take the photo of this, then read. 3 bills are given. Due date is 3rd July, 2nd August, 11th September. Amounts are there. Suggest a date on which all the bills may be paid without any loss of interest to either party. No one should lose. In that way you suggest. Means apply the formula, find out. That is the meaning of that. Okay, I believe you have taken the photo. Okay, see now. Due dates are given in the question. Yes, see what is the due date given? See the question. 3rd July, 2nd August, 11th September. 3rd July, 2nd August, 11th September. This information is given in the question. This amount is also given in the question. Okay. 3rd July is considered as base date or starting day or 0 date. That's why this is 0. Product 500 into 0 will be 0. 2nd August, 3rd July to 2nd August, how many days? See, calculate. While counting the days, you can take the first day or last day. Don't take both the days. Here, suppose you start from 3rd July means in July 31st day, 31 days, in that 2 days excluded, it will be 29 days, and August 2nd will be excluded, hence it will be 30 days total. Okay? Likewise, 2nd August to 11th September. See, I exclude suppose 2nd August, it will be 31 days, means it will be only 29 days. Then last day I have to include, I told you, this day you have to include. That means 29 plus August, September, 29 plus 130 plus 10, 40. And from the base date, this 30 also you have to add. See the cursor. This what we have calculated 30 days, that also you have to add. Hence this period, 2nd August to 11th September is 40 days. This 30 is added, hence 70 it will come. From the base date, you have to calculate the number of days. Product 800 into 30 is 24,000, 1000 into 70 is 70,000. Then total of the products, this is total of the amount. Base day is 3rd July, plus or minus 94,000 divided by 2,300. That comes to, this simplification comes to plus, hence it is 3rd July plus 41 days. Calculate, as I told you only. Suppose you include this, that means 29 days July, correct? Then 12 days, 29 plus 12 is 41, hence 12 days, hence 12th August, included this last, hence next day is the due date, 13th August is the due date. 41 days. Clear? One second, I will come back. Yes. Hence, see, 13th August to 11th September. What is the day? See, 13th August. Why? 13th August to, see, this is 13th August to 11th September. See this much. From here, payment will be done now. From here to here, that is the meaning of this loss of interest. It is assumed 5%, it's not given there. Hence, assumed 5% is the rate of interest. Hence, debtor losses interest due to early payment of 1,000 for 29 days, that is 13th August to 11th September. That is how calculated is 29 days for 365 into 5 is the rate of interest. Okay, this is 4 into 1000 it is. Dot means into. Payment will be made for 1000, that is this 1000 rupees. Okay, because see here due date falls after this date, here due date falls before this date, hence here loss of interest. It's the explanation here given here. Okay, this rupees 4 is the answer for that. This, if you simplify this much, 1000 into 29 divided by 365 into 5 by 100, you can see there also in your paper and pen you can do, or calculator you can do. It comes to 4 rupees. Okay, gain of interest. Why gain of interest? Previous, see, because due date is 2nd August to 13th August. Payment is on 13th August, no? Hence 3rd July due date to 13th August and 2nd August to 13th. Because of a delayed payment, gain of interest will be there. after the average due date payment. See, here due date is this much, 3rd July, but payment will be done on 13th August, average due date. Here due date is 2nd August, second bill, whereas payment will be done on 13th August, average due date. Hence, gain of interest. Here, payment is before the due date of the bill, hence loss of interest. Here, gain of interest, right? That calculation also will be in the same way. 500 is the amount, 41 days from 3rd July to 13th August, and 800 rupees, that is the second bill, 11 days from 2nd August to 13th August, 11 days. Hence, it will come to 4 rupees same. See, this is loss of interest 4 rupees. This is gain of interest 4 rupees. See, earlier I had told there will neither be loss nor gain because of making the average of the due date. This example explains you how there will not be any loss or gain, because loss of interest is 4 rupees, gain of interest is also 4 rupees, hence nil effect, neither gain nor loss. Okay, that is the meaning of this. Okay, yeah. Question you have taken, take this photo. Take this photo. Next question we will do in the next class. Okay. Take this
Okay,
photo.
sir.
Yeah, take this photo. Don't log out. I have to talk to you something. No one, don't log out in hurry. Okay. Take this photo. Okay. Yeah. In the same way, bill due to one party may be cancelled against the bills of the same amount due from the same party after adjustment of interest for the period elapsing. Two average due dates instead of payment of several bills of the same date as above, other bills starting from the average due date for agreed period together with interest for the period may be accepted. Here, if anything is there, say number of bills are drawn, say 10,000 bill, A has to pay B. Again, after some transactions, there is a bill, B has to pay to A. Those the same 10,000 amount. Then those bills may be mutually cancelled. That is the meaning of this. Nothing more than that. Take a photo. Because of averaging the due dates, there will neither be loss nor gain. When that is mutually swapped, you can call it that word, swapped. Okay. Next illustration we will do tomorrow, this, that is next class. Meanwhile, see, we had set a test and uploaded a question paper, but some people told that it is not readable, some lines and all things. That's why we will upload it as an assignment. Okay. You solve it as a test conditions only, under test conditions only, then upload that, your answer sheet. Okay. Maybe today or tomorrow we will upload it in the app. Once it is uploaded in the app, we will put a message in the group. Then you solve it. It is an assignment, but solve it as if it is a test condition. Then we will upload the answers with solutions, questions with answers also, solutions also. You can compare and find out later. Okay. Today it is enough. Okay. Bye-bye. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you all. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.